Nothing destroys your stream more than having bad audio. Luckily, OBS has some really simple built-in features that you can access that will help you clean your stuff up and have you sounding professional very quickly. Let's check it out. If you come over to where your microphone is picking your stuff up, you can literally just click on it with your right mouse button and head over to the filters section. And in here is where you can apply or remove all sorts of really handy filters for your microphone. What you do is you come over to the bottom, there's a little plus sign. When you click on that, it'll give you a list of your options that you currently have available. You can delete them, obviously, with the delete, and what level you put them on will dictate in what order they're applied to your microphone. A couple of these that are really like key and fundamental to having good audio is stuff like noise suppression, noise gate, and then you can look at your limiter if you don't want your audio to go too hard. So if you look over here, how my microphone is always hard, like it'll never go above where I have it set at that minus like 12 here, the threshold set at minus 10, but you'll see on the right, it's kind of just above the minus 12. And so if I were to take that off, so you can just hit this to deactivate it quickly, and now it's saying that I'm like overkilling, I'm in the red, right? You can hear it goes way loud. Kick it back on, and then I guarantee that that never goes over. And you can apply the same filter for all of your stuff. You can do it for all your audio, desktop audio, video games, etc. And it's really handy to make sure that you keep all of your stuff under control. Back to the microphone. So noise suppression is something that's key that you want to have on pretty much all the time. Now, if I were to turn that off, and then if I started like clicking or tapping on my desk, you start to pick that up. But as soon as I hit this, you don't hear me tapping on my desk or clicking anything anymore. And there's two options on here. I use personally this RNN noise, works great, more CPU usage. And that's an easy solution. The next thing that's really handy is the noise gate. And what this does is this creates basically a threshold where it will open and close your microphone if something is outside of the threshold. So if it gets below, let's say minus 45 decibels, it will close it and it will open it above minus 35. So if I turn this off, you'll see that it takes less noise to open your microphone. But when it's on, it will turn on obviously easier. So I'm trying to think, a good example of this would be like if you're coughing, or maybe you're like a heavy breather or something, and that breathing noise is getting captured by your microphone, but it's not very loud. So when you find if you have this off and you were to just do whatever is capturing, you can see where it kicks in on your dial. So you just set it so that anything below that level is not opening your microphone, and then you don't have to worry about it. So those are two really good things. We went over the limiter already. Another quick, honorable mentions, gain. If you feel like your audio is not loud enough, obviously you can throw some gain on it. So like if I turned this off, and I cranked my volume down, maybe it would, be lower into this green section, minus 36, minus 30. But I like to leave a little bit of gain on just to make sure that it's capturing. Generally speaking, keeping your voice specifically into this yellow range is good. You don't want it too low, like minus 24, I'd say is too low. And then you don't want it in the red as well. So you kind of want to try to lock your audio in. And then if you're playing your desktop, like your game or some sort of music, you can just adjust them all accordingly so that they're a little bit under, what you're talking. And then that way you never have to worry about it. You've got a 3-band equalizer here, which is going to help just pick up some of the lows, mids, and high ranges when you're talking. And then you've got compressors and expanders, which can help make loud sounds softer and or soft sounds louder. But anyways, a lot of cool settings in here that can really up your microphone game and keep you sounding professional while you're streaming. I highly recommend that you're using noise suppression, noise gates, and limiters. And then that way you're not scaring away all your viewers on your next stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the channel. I got lots more cool OBS and streaming related content coming your way.